I was mad one day. I walked back to Walnut Hills. There used to be this cash and numbers place. Not a gambling house, but people went to go play their numbers and get money orders or something. But it wasn't a check cashing place. It was people went to go play numbers and play the lottery. And so something said, go in there. And I went in there, and I can't remember if it was a lady or a man. I think it was a man. And they pulled out their wallet, and I just seen multiple 20s. And I just snatched the wallet and ran. And I ran all the way back down over the ramp.
I remember you making these comments too, right? About this time. Now, your delusions of grandeur, right?
Yes, that's what I'm getting into right now.
But hold on. I'm going to give you another piece. Also tie in and paint the picture of your home life. Because how wild you was, Miss Sandy had a clean house. It wasn't no chaos and ruckus at her house. You would think, Nia said, I thought you were for the group home.
Yeah, she said, I thought, boy, the way you act, boy, I thought you came from a group home.
Right. I want you to pull that in because that's a good point. That's a good, to show the contrast of when you at home and then what you outside doing.
I just wanted to go outside and be bad, man. It's crazy because at home, it wasn't a house full of kids. It was just me and my little brother. My sister had her own spot, which I was hanging out in. Listen, we had our own room, man. We had a TV. Imagine this in 92.
You just have too much time on you.
In the hood.
Too much freedom.
I had a TV, a stereo, a VCR, a video game. I had everything. Multiple pairs of shoes. But for some reason, I thought I was super poor.
You start sounding like Charleston White out here.
For some reason, dag, that's crazy. I thought I took on, but it's the music I was listening to. I took on these identities of Tupac and Scarface and all this stress, pain, man, all of this crazy stuff. And the one thing I will say, I had a lot of time on my hands because my mama worked a lot. And my mama was in a recovery program. So she went to meetings and did she used to do conferences and be gone, and I had a lot of time on my hands. And I was a teenager, and I just started feeling myself. I just started getting acclimated to the hood that I was living in. I got a little tough out there, so wherever I went, I carried that with me. But so back to the incident that I'm about to bring into it, that sparked out a lot of things that I never even thought about as incidents. So we smoking weed, and this might seem goofy and stupid to some, man. When we smoking weed, and like I said, I always kept something up under my sleeve, whether I was selling newspapers, raking yards, get a little couple of a 20-day job with Rico working, give me a couple of checks, whatever I'm doing, I'm somehow, or rather it's my mama giving me some money. And I'm perping. I was mad one day because I went down there, and it wasn't, I guess it's probably one of the days that I ain't had no money or something. And and my sibling was down there, they were smoking. And they was acting funny. And in my head, the thing I'm building up is I get money. Oh, they don't do that? But in reality, I had no legal way to get money. I had no job. I was broke and trying to prove something that I didn't yet understand. Trying to do things that was even in street knowledge. I didn't have that type of street knowledge yet to even be talking to them. But my wife said, she said, you told me we gonna get out here and pimp and sell dope. I told her that back in the day, when you get in my gang, we gonna pimp, sell dope. That's how we do it. Getting money, baby. I was tripping. So Rico never heard this because he would have put me on the stage. So I ain't really run that past him. But that's another story.
Yeah, let me mute my mic.
So already that. So I'm down. I'm over the Rhine doing this. I'm in over the Rhine doing this, and they acting funny with their little weed or whatever. I said, oh, don't worry about it. I'll be back. I said, I got y'all, man. And I walked because I didn't have no money for the bus. And it's a 4-mile radius from the part of over the Rhine to where my mama lived. 3 or 4 miles. It wasn't that long for a young person. We used to walk everywhere anyway, so I walked back to Walnut Hills. There used to be this cash and numbers place. Not a gambling house, but people went to go play their numbers and get money orders or something. But it wasn't a check cashing place. It was people went to go play numbers and play the lottery. And so something said, go in there. And I went in there, and I can't remember if it was a lady or a man. I think it was a man, and they pulled out their wallet, and I just seen multiple 20s, and I just snatched the wallet and ran. And I ran all the way back down over the ramp, but I didn't run straight back to my sister in the house.
So hold on. So you get the thought that says, go in there. It's money transactions. It's somebody, either you're going to ask for something, you're going to take whatever. You go in there. Where's your heart? Where is your mind? Where is your fear? Are you scared? Are you thinking, or are you putting yourself in a don't think, just react? What is your...
So when I wrote this down, the first thing, once again, the Holy Spirit was showing me something. I said the root, frustration and pride. I was prideful, so I was fearful, scared. In the moment, I'm like, man, I said I had been doing a little bad stuff before this, so this was something new, though. I never snatched nothing from nobody or robbed nobody or took nothing from nobody at this point. So when I did it,
did you have an idea of what you were going to do before you went in, or did you just go in there and I'm going to figure it out and you freestyle it?
Yep, I freestyle. The enemy. I went right in there and something said, go in there. I didn't know nobody was going to have this money laid out. And I surveyed it really quickly. I said, oh, if you snatch it, run, you're going to get up out of there. They ain't going to be able to catch you. You fast. And that's what happened. Boom, I didn't assault them, but I assaulted their pockets. I took whatever was right there, and I jetted back down. And once I felt like I got away, I said, nah, I ain't going straight back over there. Nah.
So running, you just thinking about getting away. You ain't thinking like, dang, you just like, let me get out of here.
But look, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. That small bit of conviction for doing that to somebody, it came later, and it went away when I smoked some weed. But this is how idiotic and crazy this is. I get back, like I said, this is one of the worst crime-ridden places in the city. I ran into the inner city past over the round, because once you go past over the round, you go into inner downtown. And I went to a little boutique they had called JJ Newberry's about me. There used to be a little African man selling little bootleg outfits, little knockout designers. I went and bought me one of them, and then I went in JJ Newberry's and got some of they knockoff jewelry with the initial rings. And I wanted to come back this big bad, and I did something. Then I went on this street downtown called, it ain't no point in naming the street, but where everybody sold weed back in the 90s. It was a shoe store people used to stand in front of and buy weed. And I bought a big old bag of weed. Weed was cheap back in the day. And so I bought the big old bag of weed, and I had me a little hat on and then my little stuff. I don't even know what I did with my other clothes. I probably threw them in the garbage. I don't know. I was out of my mind. And so I went on back over to my sibling house, knock on the door. Oh, bro, you fresh. I got the immediate reaction I wanted. And I went in there.
That's a good observation. You said I got the immediate reaction I wanted.
I got the
so the enemy is already validating your feelings, and he's already serving you with the counterfeit already. So it's easier to push that conviction or whatever to the back, because that was dirty, but I'm fresh. Now I can peacock, I can show out, plus, and I got some money, and I'm getting reaction. Not only am I dressed up for the part, it's working.
It's funny how I got this written. I strutted in front of my siblings, handing out weed, trying to be funny, acting like I hustle. And I really did this. I just went up there and busted a few moves. I had a pack at the house. What is wrong?
So, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit a like, share, subscribe for the YouTube algorithm so we can push this and get this to more people. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we drop new content, past, present, and future. Crown of Glory 360 Media. And like we always say, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, always remember to be salt and light and walk in godliness. Peace. We love y'all.